How many people does it take to change a light bulb? We're here at Kelvin to find out. I'm here with Oliver at Kelvin. Oliver, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, so RGBACL is like the latest tech for LED lighting. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing in that domain.
Absolutely. So we do RGBACL lights, red, green, blue, amber, cyan, and lime. So we mix 6 colors into any color you want on the spectrum and the most precise whites you can imagine.
So for our audience who's not familiar with the technology, why do you need that and why is RGBWW not enough?
Well, give your kids 3 crayons and how creative can they be? How many colors can they make? And then give them 6 crayons. And that's what we do. It's just infinitely more light possibilities, more adjustments, more accuracy possible. And the color is just so much more rich.
Okay, and I understand that you're coming up with a new light, the Epos 600. Tell me a little bit about this light.
So going back, we released the Epos 300 last year and had such tremendous success and feedback from the users that we said, let's keep the quality the same and double the power. So this is the Epos 600. We announced it at the Las Vegas, and the NAP show Las Vegas. Won the NAP show award of the year for it as well.
Hold on.
Thank you. And it has the exact same technology. Again, RGBACL, 600 watts, like the Epos 300, only that it's a little bit bigger in the form factor and, well, boosts double the power.
Okay, so 600 means that it's 600 watts of light or 600 watts of draw power. What does the 600 stand for?
We name our lights the 300 or 600 more as a category rather than a precise watt number. So officially we label it 720 watt draw,
wow.
But I think it's rated to way more than that.
Okay, and what are some of the features that this light have that I may not find in other lights?
First of all Kelvin lights run on our own light engine Cantastoria. And as said before, RGBACL and the light engine means that we can create the most precise and color accurate lights on the market. Having this in a 600 light opens a lot of doors for creativity.
Yep, so, and I assume you have all the standard features like color control, CCT, effects. Tell me what kind of features can I find in terms of control?
Everything you could find on any of our lights is CCT. You have a bunch of gels, also standardized ones.
So if I'm coming from old school and I'm regular just gelling my lights, I can just punch in the number like a leaf filter or a Roscoe filter and it'll come up.
Anything you want, you just don't have to bring the gels anymore. That's the huge benefit of LED, that we can actually recreate that look without gluing anything in front of the light anymore. We also have programmable sequences, which is incredibly easy via our touch screen, via our app, or the button control that we actually offer. So we're trying to be as user-friendly for the user interface, but also for actually the light handling as well.
And you've mentioned that you have an app and you have a touch screen. How about DMX? Do you support that?
We support DMX, and we have wireless DMX built into all of our lights. Even the tiny panel, the Play Pro, has wireless DMX built in.
Is that Lumen Radio?
Yes, that's Lumen Radio. So we use Lumen Radio technology for the Epos 600, Epos 300, and the Play Pro.
And I've seen some features that are not about the light, but more about how you handle the fixture that I've never seen anywhere else. So give me a quick run through.
We don't just love the look. We love the function behind the form. So we designed this light to be as sturdy as possible. 6mm aluminum housing isn't just sturdy, but it also conducts heat away from the lamp very well, which means we can use lower fans to draw the heat away. So the light is more quiet, and more cool. We have very practical handles attached to it. It's stackable and incredibly sturdy because of its plate construction. And we have a magnetic mount for diffusers and light modifiers in front of the bounce mount.
So what kind of functionality can we expect from those in front of the element diffusers?
So we have about 3 of light diffusers, the D90, D75, and D100. And within a couple of seconds, you can swap it into a dome diffuser that fills any softbox or lantern much, much better. And it creates a wonderful light also on its own.
So this changes the standard 120 degrees of a COB light. I assume D stands for degrees, so they're either 70, 90, or a full 180 in this case, right?
Yes, so we have a 180 degree spread of light, and the other ones, well, they're diffusers, so the intensity is different.
So I can see the passion that you have for the lights, and I can see a lot of small features that kind of that you're actually coming from the field. If you can run me quickly through some of those features.
We spent a lot of time engineering this light, and we have a passionate team of very, very precise engineers that look into every little detail. One of the small features is that you have a baby pin coming out with a press of a button from the side of the controller, so you can just mount it with a super clamp onto any light stand.
So I don't need like a dedicated branded super clamp, just any super clamp will work.
Any super clamp, we've made it happen to be as convenient as possible and to store as neatly as possible. So the baby pin retracts into the controller without a footprint when you're actually moving the light. Another little feature is that we've labeled all of our reflectors with degree angles. So when you're working with light, you know this is a huge issue. A small fix did it, and I'm very, very glad we have it.
Because otherwise they're stacked, you don't never know which one's which, and now they're clearly labeled. So it's a small thing, but it goes a long way on set.
Yeah, our diffusers are labeled, our reflectors are labeled. Everything can be seen within a second what you're actually using.
And what is this little hook over there that we're seeing?
On our yoke, we have a little cable attachment. So when you're rolling up the cable, it's neatly stored on the yoke without actually having to fiddle with a potential light stand.
This sounds amazing. I want to get my hands on one of those. I know the Epos 300 is already shipping. What can you tell me about price and availability for the Epos 600?
So within a year, we came out with 4 products. The Epos 600 is the latest and greatest in the Kelvin lineup.
Well, what are the other 3, just so everybody knows?
We have the Epos 300, our flagship and first product. We have the Kelvin Play and the Kelvin Play Pro as the first ever RGBACL panel lights. And we have the Epos 600, our biggest light up to date, that will be available from the end of this year, potentially expected early this year in the hands of the end users.
Nice. Do you have a price range for that?
List price is about $4,000, but we have a fantastic campaign on all the pre-order products.
Okay, so you heard it. If you go to Kelvin's website right now and order, maybe it'll cost you less, so you want to check it out. Oliver, thank you so much for explaining to us about the lights. I'm definitely looking forward to see where Kelvin is going. I'm Audit Hirosh at IBC 2023 with DIYPhotography.net. We're going to keep walking the floor. Stick around.